Hello, how are you today? I hope you are well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's get some cards and get a bit of a reading just to see what's going to come today. Whoops. Kind of set the intention to allow you to see what you need to see. It's sort of collective reading, but just the intention was show me what you need to see. Not what I need to see, but what you need to see. The Two of Wands is out already. Queen of Wands is out as well. So very much work-life aspect. It's your passions, your purpose. It's your day-to-day life. It's showing me that you're feeling a little bit blocked potentially, or that you're not quite as content as you want to be, and that perhaps changes are afoot, but you're not quite sure which way you're going to go. And yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit tricky. It can also show travel within, for anyone who lives in Australia, it's sort of shorter travel, so this would be Australia, New Zealand, Asia. For anyone living in Europe, America, Canada sort of area, UK, it would be travel within sort of the UK or within that sort of area. It's not long haul travel. You know, it is just a shorter distance sort of travel. But potentially, I just feel like you have options within your life, whether that be your work life or your personal life, that maybe you're not quite stepping into just yet, or you're kind of feeling like, sorry, that one's gone on the floor. You're kind of feeling like, God, what can I change to make life feel better? The Three of Wands is out as well. I really want you to reflect on how well how far you've come, what you've achieved, rather than looking at what you don't have and sitting in that downfall. I want you to very much look at what you do have and what you've achieved. You know, we're so quick to go lack rather than abundance. So I want you to pull into the abundance side of life and really boost your energy in that way, because we can tear ourselves down quite easily, and purely by getting stuck in what we don't have. And like what you do have is really beautiful in front of you, so really take note of that rather than the lack of. The Queen of Wands is out as well, so very, very feminine energy is coming out today. I want to target more the feminine energy, so the females, but also if you're a guy on the here, it's your feminine energy, so it's that real soft, vulnerable side of yourself, because in that space there is requirement for a little bit of change. There's a requirement for shifting the script a little bit. Wow, all the wands are out. 10 of Wands. This is tired, overwhelmed, fatigued. All that stuff that the feminine gets to. The feminine energy doesn't know how to sort of say, stop. Well, we do once we learn it, but it takes a long time for us to learn it. So, if you are tired, if you are overwhelmed, you've got to sort of find that beautiful work-life balance that others find, allow yourself to speak your truth, allow yourself to, you can speak your truth with gentleness and kindness. You don't have to, be cutting and short and straight to the point. You can actually be really quite gracious in that. So, find your balance, speak your truth, say, hey, this isn't quite working for me, can we just try it this way, or see where you go. Again, we've got Justice out, so very much backs up speaking your truth. It is Libra's card as well, so just really sit in your grace, sit in your kindness, have a look at yourself and go, what do I need to change that can really, just the smallest change can make the biggest impact. 3 cards jumped out. We've got the 10 of Cups, which is emotional contentment. It's the rainbow after your storm. It's it's, you know, a breath of fresh air that's sweeping through once you speak your truth and you allow yourself to be heard, to be seen, all that kind of stuff. The Eight of Swords is up, so this is sort of mental, just feeling stuck, you know, like you've been feeling like this for some time. It just, you know, this is a card that shows that this could be a bit of a comfort zone for you, you know, like change is scary. Change is very scary, you know, for a lot of people, but it shows me that you're not quite ready to step into that change. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. And you're tired. God. I pick up your energy. So you are tired. You're fatigued. I've got two cards showing that tiredness. Both, you know, both these ones. This one's looking down. This one's looking down. No one's looking at what's actually there. And you know, again, it's that lack. Well, what am I lacking? What's not quite working for me? So I really, really want you to pull into that. You know, drop the shackles, drop the restrictions, drop the everything, the mindset, the emotions. Just put it on the side of the road and actually go, okay, what is good? And you'll find stuff. This beautiful one, 7. I should know this. It's just, you know, you've made me tired because I've hopped in your energy and now I've got this mind blank. I'm very aware that when I read, I jump into your energy, so I don't sit in my own energy. So if I'm yawning, and I am not tired, I had a great sleep last night. If I'm yawning, it's because you're tired. If I am forgetful, it's because you're feeling a bit vague and forgetful. If I'm, you know, it's just different things, you know, it depends on what you're feeling at the time, you know, like I can pop into someone's energy, and if they're under the influence of something, I feel that, and I have to articulate that so I can get myself out of that. So it's the way I work. It's unique to me. Everyone's got their gifts and their powers, but jumping in and out of energy is very easy. So, you know, this is reflecting you here. 7 of Cups is just being able to find yourself emotionally afterwards, you know, because this is a card of feeling emotionally everything's kind of up in the air and everything isn't kind of how I want it to be. And with that, I just feel after being able to speak your truth and know what you want or what you need and what needs to change in your life, and it will start with you, you know, like look at you, what can I do to change? You know, how can I change my mindset so that I can see it differently, and then talk to the you know, whoever else is involved, because sometimes change has to come from us to allow them to change. And you can, if you're banging away at the same thing all the time, week in, week out, and it's not changing, then change your perspective on it, so your change will ripple and hit and make bigger change, okay? Because it is hard. You know, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make the bloody thing drink. So it's just, change starts with you. You want a better life? Start creating a better life. Start looking at it differently. You can't just go from A to B and it's everyone else's fault or problem. You actually have to look at yourself. Well, how can I change? Where can I change? What can I do different? You know, how can I speak different? How can I look different? How can I, and I'm not talking about cosmetic look, I'm talking eyes looking. How can I, you know, shift this, shift that? It really, really talk to yourself. Beautiful. The world is completion of a cycle. In making those small changes, you put a big ending to those chapters, you know, and things start to change. It's, you know, like if you've got just a baby example, if you've got something, say children that are misbehaving, and you're, you know, disciplining them the same way, yelling at them the same way, whatever happens the same way, change it. You know, like make it a little, twist it a little bit so it catches them off guard and they go, hey, hang on, what's this? Oh, okay, let's do that. And they go off in their merry way and life becomes different. anything that does not work for you is a learned behavior, a safe behavior, and it's a comfort zone. Stop it. Stop it. Change it, like have a real awareness around what your life looks like, how you want it to be. If it's not working in one aspect, shift and change it. Talk, communicate. It's the key. You are responsible for your own life, no one else. And it doesn't matter how much anyone else does. If it's not good enough, well then it's you. You have to change you. The biggest learning in spirituality is that you have to be connected to you. You have to come back to you. You have to be responsible for you. And that change starts with you. So you make baby step changes, however wobbly that may feel. I tell you what, you make massive changes in what's going on within your life. So today, all you have to do is make one little baby change. Whatever it is, don't overwhelm, don't overthink. Like my head's just going 100 miles an hour. Just don't do that to yourself. Think about the situation you're in and just go, okay, I'll change one thing today and just stick to that change. Don't go back to the same old tomorrow. You've got to pull that change and pull it forward. So stick with that and move it forward. And then in a few days' time, if that's going okay, pull something else, change it, move it forward. You can create massive change within a short period of time, doing it one by one. So please don't get in and get involved and get all, don't try and change the world in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. It took bloody forever. And you are learning. Give yourself a break. But the most important thing for right this minute is accountability, your own accountability. So calm it down, find your heart center, find your space, take a few deep breaths. What can I change that in a situation that is giving me the shits? What can I change that could change them or change the situation? Okay? Change starts with you. Beautiful. Page of Pentacles is out. So new seeds, new beginnings, manifesting. Think of you changing, planting little seeds of trees, and as you walk forward, they start to grow. So, as you get down the track, you've got this beautiful change that is wanting to happen. You're a work in progress, but don't ever get stuck in a rut or in a situation that you feel like you're powerless to, because that becomes a comfort zone. And that becomes a safe place to stay, and that becomes a reason why why this didn't happen and why and that you can't live like that. You have to actually live with purpose and find your way forward. So get out there today and make some baby changes and see how phenomenal you'll be. Why not? Give it a go. Anyway, I'll be proud of you. Take your tiredness, I give it back to you. Take your vagueness, I give that back to you as well. And enjoy the rest of your day. Make one baby change today. One small change that can really ripple and make a big difference. Okay? I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.